Welcome guys to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today's live stream we'll be looking at Bitcoin and some of your favorite cryptocurrencies. Don't be afraid to let me know what cryptos you guys want me to take a look at. But we usually start the show off by looking at Bitcoin first, and then we can get ideas like what kind of cryptos we want to look at next. Appreciate you guys. I am doing a live stream here on TikTok as well. I'll be taking requests from you guys as well, so feel free to let me know what cryptocurrencies you want me to look at, okay? All right, let's get into it. Let's look at, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, right? And what it's been doing. Let me go ahead and get this price up so you can see what the price of Bitcoin looks like. So Bitcoin's currently at $87,640, and I titled the live stream, "Will we see $90,000 Bitcoin here?" Okay, could be a possibility here later on this week. We have to look at the daily chart here. Okay, what I do like about the daily chart is that Bitcoin is above the 200-day moving average, that red line right there. Okay, and as long as we get candle closes, daily candle closes above that red line at $85,200, we could be bullish on Bitcoin. And then we have to figure out, you know, where could Bitcoin go next? Where is the resistance levels? Okay, we have the 100-day moving average, which could act as a resistance at $92,499 here. All right, that could be a resistance. Also, we have a 50-day moving average at $94,000 Bitcoin. I'm expecting about $93,000, $94,000 to be probably the top level watermark here, the high level watermark here for Bitcoin, at least going into this week. We'll see if Bitcoin can actually get above to $90,000. But I think if we keep on the if we keep on the momentum that we have going on so far this week, it could possibly happen. It could happen this week. Let me go ahead and flip this camera over here for my TikTok live streamers here. All right, so you guys can see what we're looking at here. All right, so we're looking at the price of Bitcoin. All right, got that there. Good. Yeah. So we'll see. You know, some people that were bearish on the price of Bitcoin, they were looking at this possible higher lows and higher highs. They were thinking that this was just going to be another bear flag. But bear flags don't always break down to the downside like they normally do. They usually break down to the downside 70% of the time. Okay. But this looks like we're getting 30% where it actually breaks up. Okay. And it looks like Bitcoin is starting to respect the 200-day moving average here. Now, if I pull up the VRVP, which is going to be very important, that's going to show you guys where the resistance levels here for Bitcoin, okay? So we have right now, let's see if this thing's going to adjust itself. Yeah, there we go. So we have the point of control at $96,700. This blue line right here is going to be the line in the sand where some people are going to start selling their Bitcoin because, you know, either they're breaking even if they're very new and they just got in because they bought at the high levels here back in like December and January earlier this year, okay? Or people that have been in for a while, they're probably going to want to cash out and get into something else if they don't have that much high conviction in Bitcoin. So I'm expecting $96,000 probably be where we have to be on the cautious lookout for a lower high on Bitcoin. Okay, we did have the high here back here in December. I'm sorry, this January 20th, where Bitcoin got as high as $109,300. Okay, but you know, if we come back up and we're not able to get past up to $109,000 again, then we got to be on the lookout. We got to be cautious of a lower high, which could give the bears more firepower to bring the price of Bitcoin and crypto down here. Okay, but we'll see. Looks like I got some requests here already coming in on my TikTok live stream. Looks like Great Mind said, what about Pepe? Okay, we can take a look at Pepe. Haven't looked at Pepe in a while here. So appreciate that request. Let's see if there's anybody else here. Does anybody else have a request here besides Pepe? I'll just be on the lookout to see if there's any more requests coming in. I think Pepe's the only one. So we can take a look at Pepe. Sure, why not? We can definitely do that. And I see that Lisa's also in the chat. Hi, Lisa, and I'm glad to see that Ann is also taking a look at this live stream here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. All right. But yeah, we're gonna look at Pepe real quick here. All right. Just had to do a little volume check there. All right, Pepe. USD. Let's see. Pepe coin is a meme coin. Very popular. I think it came out back in like 2023. So it's been around for about a year, 2 years almost. And this is data coming off of Coinbase. And Pepe, wow. Actually, Coinbase isn't a good exchange. This is not giving us much data here. Let me look at another exchange here. We'll take a look at Pepe on Bitstamp. Yeah, we got more data here with Bitstamp. Let me just get rid of the VRVP for now. We don't need that. Okay, Pepe had a very spectacular bull run back in November and December of 2024, where we saw Pepe get as high as about what, 28.88. Okay, currently Pepe's at 800 right now. So Pepe took a very steep decline here, down about 75% from the highs that it made here in November of 2024. Could Pepe be bottoming out? Let's take a look at the RSI here, and we'll look at the price. So we definitely know the price of Pepe, right? The price of Pepe has come down, so we have lower lows here on the price. Okay, but look what we have here now. Okay, we're starting to get some I wouldn't call it bullish, but that is very very optimistic. We can be optimistic about the price of Pepe getting some forming a bottom here, right? And what we want to see is, you know, basically higher lows and higher highs. So this is the low here back on March 11th, where we got as low as 526. We don't want to go back down to that area again, okay? If we do go down there, then maybe it could be considered a double bottom, and then we spring back to higher prices here. But I want to see actually Pepe just get some support off of this 21 EMA, this white line here, which was coming down and acting as resistance. But now this line is starting to curve back up, and this line could start acting as support, where we just end up, if I just draw this out here, you know, if we come down to that white line and then get a bounce up, that creates a higher low, and then we can go to higher prices on Pepe if we can use that white line as support. All right, so you want to put in your trading view. If you guys are charting this out, you want to see the 21 EMA is that white line. You put in that moving average. You could put it as a 21 EMA or as a 21, just a regular 21 moving average. But you can use this as a guidance to where you can get some support on Pepe. And if Pepe ends up going below this white line, then I would start being bearish on Pepe. Okay. And then of course, if Pepe goes below this 540 level here, then and it loses it, then you know you're gonna continue being bearish on Pepe, and Pepe could end up going down to lower prices. Okay, but I think this is a start of the beginning of something good and special for Pepe, if Pepe can actually continue on the higher prices here. Okay, this looks like possible bottoming out action here, because you got the RSI and the lower prices here indicating bullish divergence. You can be bullish on Pepe going into the next few weeks here. Let's see. Do I have any more other requests? Okay. Oh, you glad you got out? Yeah, Pepe took a beating. A lot of these altcoins, and especially the meme coins here, took a real beating. So if you got out in like early January or December, you did pretty well. You didn't have to suffer like some of the rest of us had to suffer. Okay. Looks like Hip Hop wants to see Cardano. Okay. Appreciate you coming in the chat, Hip Hop. Let's take a look at Cardano for you. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that follow button and subscribe button so you can see some more live streams like this. But we're now looking at Cardano. Cardano is currently trading at 74 cents, right? Just under 75 cents. And what are we looking at here for Cardano? Cardano has a very interesting chart here. This could be just one big giant long-term bull flag here. Let me just get rid of the moving averages real quick. Okay. You can view Cardano as a bull flag here. Okay. You just measure, right? And then just measuring from the tops here. You kind of disregard these candles here. This was like kind of like almost like a scam wick, all right? This is when Donald Trump mentioned that Cardano was going to be in the crypto strategic reserve, but then he said, actually, no, I was just naming the top cryptocurrencies off the top of my head. All right, so that you can just disregard that, okay? But you can view this as, right, either a symmetrical triangle, or you can view this as a bull flag here, and you just take this measured move here, okay, this flagpole, and you take the flagpole and you put it over to like where Cardano could break out at like 77 cents here, and it's saying that you got a price target possibly of about $1.78 on Cardano, okay? Now if I pull the VRVP, let's see what the VRVP is saying here. VRVP is saying that the put of control is that blue line at 36 cents. So if Cardano ends up being bearish, you know, look out below, because this thing, you could lose 50% of what you have in Cardano right now, and this thing could go right down to 36 cents. You'll lose half your money, okay? You got a big volume gap right over here. There might be some support at like 59 cents here for Cardano if it does go down for any reason, okay? But with bull flags usually break out 70% of the time to the upside. So, you know, we're looking to see if Cardano could get up to the $1.78 here. As it does climb up, you do have, looking at the VRVP levels here, you have some resistance possibly at 97 cents here, and also $1.07 if Cardano climbs up. Those probably going to be the short-term resistance levels. If you're a short-term trader, maybe you take profit at $1.07, $1.09 on Cardano, okay? All right, let's see what kind of requests I got here. Cardano. They're going after the XRP pie. That's not yet. Yo, super bullish on Cardano. Late 2025 will be the new all-time high. Lots of good announcements coming. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Jesus is requesting Sui. Yeah, we can take a look at Sui. I think I covered the bullish and bearish targets here for Cardano, right? Cardano could come down to 36 cents, but it might actually get support at like 60 cents. Bullish target is about 97 cents and $1.09, but the long-term bullish target for Cardano is going to be about $1.78. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at Sui. Appreciate the requests. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right, Sui. Sui has been in a downtrend, okay, ever since the beginning of January. We have like this descending channel or even a falling wedge. So let me just connect the lows here. So these are the lows here on Sui. And these are the highs here. Sui's been pretty much in like this descending channel here, okay? And looks like Sui is trying to break out of the channel, going sideways for now. But if Sui does decide to become more bearish than, more bullish than what it is right now, then I'm expecting probably Sui. You can see like a $3.20 Sui, right? Because we got some candle wick highs and closes over here, and also back here we have some candle wick lows at the $3 and $3.20 area. If I turn on that VRVP, it's probably going to say that that's probably an area of significant resistance. Yeah, so $3.20. You got high volume node here at $3.20. I would be targeting that $3.20 area as your first take profit area. And then you have some more high volume node levels here on the VRVP at 370. Then you got a big gap, and then this crypto could end up coming right back to like $4.20, right? $4.20 on Sui. That's your other take profit area. But yeah, let's see if Sui is actually bullish on the moving averages. Sui is actually below the moving average. Okay, you got this red 200 moving average, currently sitting at $3.02. That could be where Sui gets its first resistance. So as we start climbing up, I think Sui will climb up really fast up to the $3 area. And then it's probably going to go trade sideways for a little bit before it tries to make a move up to like 320 and then 370. Okay, so those are your bullish targets on Sui if we're going to be bullish. Now, I'll give you the bearish case. The bearish case is that if Sui, for some reason, let me just get rid of these lines here so it's not so messy here. But this could still be a bear flag here for Sui, right? And you got the point of control at $2.28. So Sui could come back down to that blue line at 228. And if this was a bear flag and it plays out as a bear flag, then you just measure down here, this flagpole, and it gives you an idea that, you know, Sui could come down to about $1.46, $1.50 over here if it is bearish. All right, let's see. I appreciate you coming in, Schmack. Don't forget to hit that follow button, okay? So you can see my next live stream. All right, Dread's talking about he wants to see Cardano and Beam. We just talked about Cardano, but I'll take a look at Beam since you put that request in. All right. If we had the same dominance of last cycle and we get a bull run, then Cardano would be around $5 to $8. Yeah, Cardano could possibly be going up to $5. I think that's possible for Cardano in this bull run. Let's take a look at Beam. Wait. Are you talking about Beam crypto or Beam the I'm assuming you're talking about the Beam cryptocurrency. Yeah, I guess there's a Beam, there's also a Beam stock out there as well. But yeah, we'll look at Beam cryptocurrency on the Kraken exchange. Beam is currently trading at less than a penny, almost a penny. 0.009 is the price of Beam right now, so a little bit under a penny. We got the VRVP showing that the point of control on Beam right now is about kind of like where it's at right now. Beam is slightly above the point of control, but the point of control is at 0.008. So this could be a significant support area for Beam. If it does come back down for any reason, you might be able to be lucky enough to scoop it up at 0.008. If Beam does continue to go down, you do have some more volume here at 0.006 and also 0.005. Okay. And those would be the bearish targets, but that also might be where you can scoop up some cheap Beam if you're in it for the long haul and you're looking for cheaper prices here. But if Beam does start to become bullish, okay, you got some resistance here at about a penny, okay, but then once this thing goes past a penny, there's really nothing here on the VRVP, okay, until you get to like a penny and a half, okay? And a penny and a half also happens to be where this green line is at, that 50-day moving average. So that might be the first area of resistance. This might be your first take profit. That's about a 50% gain right there, just going from 1 penny to a penny and a half. But then you also got some resistance here on your 200-day moving average, which is currently sitting at 0.018 pennies, and you also got the 100-day at 0.019 pennies. Okay, so you could target this, and you could take profit at about 2 pennies, and also a penny and a half would be some good take profit area, and you'd be getting like a 50% or 100% gain on your B. But just zooming out here and seeing what the volume is looking like on the VRVP, we got a lot of resistance and a lot of volume here at like 2 pennies and 0.024 pennies. Okay, and this thing, it used to be back in December, it was almost at 3-4 pennies here. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look to see if there's any bullish divergence showing up. Oh my god. This thing is getting bought up real quick here, at least according to the RSI here. RSI is getting close. If this thing continues on, you know, we might see later on this week, B might be overbought on the daily RSI here. Okay, looks like yeah, it looks like yeah, I wouldn't, this wasn't really bullish divergence up until this point where it just caught a bid about a couple of weeks ago. Last week it caught the bid, Friday March 14th, and then also Friday March 21st. So it had a good week last week, and a good week the week before that. So looks like people are buying up Beam right now. But I just gave you your bearish targets and your bullish targets. Bearish targets, this thing could come back down to a half a penny, right? And then maybe you might be able to buy it up at that area, but I think you might be just lucky if you can get this thing at 0.008 pennies. All right, let's see. ZBCN. Okay, Dread. That was fine. I mean, if you're over here making requests and nobody else is making requests, then I'm gonna take your request. You want to see ZBCN? All right, let's take a look at that one. Maybe we can look at it on OKX. Hey, what is this? Is this a brand new cryptocurrency? It looks like it's brand new to OKX. Let me see. BitGet maybe? Alright, yeah, this is a little bit, I got a lot more data here on BitGet. Alright. So, this crypto, right, at 971, less than a penny, right? You got your point of control at 960. So this thing is slightly above the point of control. This one looks like it's also bottom out. I actually like this because you're pretty much at the point of control, which you know is going to be a good area of support. But you got a lot of potential to move up to the upside on this crypto here. And just looking at the VRVP, you got resistance probably at 1150. But then after 1150, I mean, this thing can shoot up, probably get up to like 1300, and then continue on up to higher prices here. Where, man, this thing back in December, I'm sorry, not December, back in February, was as high as about 2151. So this thing could possibly double in price, yeah. See if we got any more data here. Oh wow, this thing was at higher prices about a year ago. Looks like we have this thing chilling at 2252. So yeah, I think this crypto could get up to about 2000 if we get another altcoin season for us. If we can get more bullish on these cryptos here. But yeah, this thing looks like it's bottoming out here at that point of control at roughly 960. Okay, so I would throw my hat in the ring, and then you could just strategize your stop loss depending upon how much you're willing to lose. You could put a 10% stop loss and put the stop loss at like 900, or take a 20% stop loss at like 800. Okay. And if this crypto comes down here, you only lose 20%, but at least you're not going to be losing all your money here. But looks like a lot of these wicks here are like 760. So if you really want to be generous with your stop loss, and hopefully it doesn't hit, you could probably put your stop loss at like 700. And you might not ever get stopped out of your trade. You're risking about roughly 30% if you do that, but most likely your stop loss won't get hit, okay? Because you got a lot of support in the 700 and 800 region here. All right. Hey, MMA Squire! Appreciate you coming out. Don't forget to hit that like button before you head on out. All right, let's see. My TikTok streamers are keeping me busy with the crypto requests here, but I think I want to look at some other cryptos myself. We looked at Sui. I want to see that. Let's look at Sui's twin brother here, Aptos. Let's see how Aptos is doing. Aptos is currently trading at $5.89. Point of control is roughly this blue line at $6.17. So Aptos is actually below the point of control, but it's coming and trying to circle back to that point of control, that blue line there. Reason why I like Aptos, okay, is because I saw some bullish divergence on this crypto. This, you know, as we were coming down here on prices here, we're getting lower and lower towards like $5 and $4.80 here. Buyers were stepping in, and you can see that we have higher lows here on the RSI, even though we have lower lows here on the price. This is bullish divergence. It means that bulls and long-term investors were stepping in and buying up at these low prices here. And it's kind of playing out to the upside. I think Aptos looks like it is bottoming out. We got above the white 21 EMA, so now we can use that as support as this white line starts curving up, okay? Hopefully Aptos will continue following up the ride to higher prices here. And you might not see any resistance on Aptos until you get up to probably this green line here, which is, let's see, where's that green line sitting at? Hey, what is this thing doing to me? There we go. Yeah, so this green line is sitting at $7.45, so you might get some resistance at $7.45, and then you got some possible resistance at the 200 moving average at $8.73. So I think those are your short-term price targets for Aptos. And then long-term bullish price targets for Aptos is you have a high volume here at $12. So this crypto looks like it could double in price. And you guys are going to notice a lot of these cryptos, they can double in price if they can just get back to where they were trading at back in like December and January of earlier this year. Okay. So I think a lot of these cryptos have the potential to do 100% gain, to double your money, 2x your money in the short term here. All right, Onyx coin, XCN. We can take a look at that one. Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look at Onyx. Yeah, Onyx has seen some better days here, especially like back here in January 25th here. Onyx coin got up as high as like $3.5 cents here. But Onyx coin, and I've already done some chart work here, but Onyx coin has a point of control at roughly 0.002 pennies here. So that's about an 80% drop. Hopefully you never see that again, okay? You do not want to come down to that level there. That is the ultimate bearish target if you're going to continue being bearish on this crypto here. But if Onyx coin is bottoming out, and we'll take a look to see if it actually is doing that by looking at the RSI to see if there's any bullish divergence going on here. And I think we do have some bullish divergence. Okay, look at this. You have a low here and a higher low. This could be the beginning of a bottoming out pattern here for Onyx coin, because look, you have higher lows here on the RSI, but you also have lower lows here on the price. Okay, that's bullish divergence if I ever seen any. Okay, what you might end up getting, and we're just being hypothetical here, you might end up kind of like zigzagging. before you start catching some bids and going up and creating higher lows and higher highs to go to higher prices here on Onyx. So maybe you might get like this rounded bottom action here as you kind of like create like a cup, okay, a potential cup and handle for Onyx, okay. And this is saying that you might not see higher prices of like 3 cents until you get to like May or June of this year, but it's still possible, okay. It's still possible. It ain't over yet for these altcoins. I wouldn't say not yet. But yeah, if Onyx coin can continue being bullish, right, then you have like the VRVP, these green and red lines here. You have like some high volume here at about 2 pennies, okay, which happens to be where the 0.382 retracement level's at. So I'm expecting Onyx coin, when it does get up to 2 pennies, probably that's going to be a short-term take profit level. Anybody who's buying it right now at 1 penny, if this thing does go to 2 pennies, you basically doubled your money. So I'm expecting those short-term traders to take profit at 2 cents. And then we also have some more possible resistance at 2.5 cents, okay? And then we have the 0.618 retracement level at 3 cents, okay? So I'm expecting a long-term target of like 3 cents for Onyx coin, and that's basically like a 3x. That's a triple. You could triple your money with Onyx if this thing can continue being bullish going forward. All right, let's see. We got some more requests here. All right, TARS AI. Yeah, we'll take a look at that one. Appreciate you guys coming out to the TikTok live stream here. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that follow button so you can come join this Meet Gaming community here. All right, TARS AI, I think that's it. TAI USD. Wow, you guys seem to know how to pick them, because looks like a lot of these coins here are bottoming out or close to bottoming out. I still got the VRVP showing here, okay, but the point of control, that blue line is at 14 cents, even though this crypto's trading at 6 cents. It's very likely that this thing is going to try to come back to the point of control after being completely oversold here, okay. So you got yourself already a possible double in price here. If this thing just gets back to like where a lot of traders and investors were buying, they were buying this in 2024 at like 14 cents. So for this thing to be at like 6 cents, I mean, that's brutal for a lot of those investors that bought in like September and August of last year. This thing did have the bull run in that little mini altcoin season that we had in November and December. This thing got as high as what? Oh, 50 cents? Wow. 49 cents? Okay. Let's see if this thing has some bullish divergence showing up on the chart. I suspect it does. Okay. And as I start to zoom in, you can kind of see that bullish divergence is starting to show up a little bit here. Okay. So you got some slightly higher lows here. Okay. On the RSI, and for sure you definitely have lower lows here on the price. This could be the beginning of bullish divergence for this crypto, okay, and this could be the bottoming, the current bottom, the cycle bottom for this crypto, okay. And if we do get bullish, like I said, you know, we might have some resistance at like 10 cents. I see some volume here at 10 cents, but I think ultimately this crypto could come back up to like this red line here at like 20 cents, this 200-day moving average, and you got yourself almost a triple, right? 20 cents, between 6 cents and 20 cents. I'll measure it out right now using the info line here. Okay, if we're coming at 6 cents and we're going up to that 200-day moving average, which we get right back to that, you got yourself a 236% gainer on this crypto. This crypto is I believe it's hard to get. It's probably, it looks like you get it on Gate.io, is a cryptocurrency exchange that you can get this off of. I'm not sure what other cryptocurrency exchanges might have this. Maybe the person that requested it could tell us what exchange they're using to buy it and sell it. Update, that's pretty funny. You have better luck at the roulette table. Some of these cryptos are gonna feel like you're at the roulette table. But I feel like the odds are in our favor because these cryptos have already bottomed out. They've already taken a beating. And the chances are that you're gonna probably end up winning in the next few weeks here in crypto versus losing. But it all depends, you know, it depends on what kind of crypto you decide to get into. If you're feeling like you're gambling, but you still want to be in crypto, if you want to be in the safest crypto out there, I would get into Bitcoin if you can't handle the risk of the other coins. Nayer is saying, can I explain crypto in simple form? So cryptocurrencies, just summarizing it, cryptocurrencies is a distributed ledger that is decentralized, meaning that not one person, organization, or company actually controls any of these cryptocurrencies that you see that are out there. It allows people to transfer money to anywhere in the world, as long as these cryptocurrencies have a monetary value attached to them. In this case, TARS is about 6 cents here. Okay, so you could buy as many TARS coins as you want on that cryptocurrency exchange and send it to somebody on the other side of the world. Okay, so a lot of these cryptocurrencies, they're used to just transfer money from one side of the world to the other side of the world, or, you know, from your buddy to another buddy of yours using a crypto wallet. It's supposed to be the future of money. Okay, and that's why we're interested in cryptos, because we're interested in the future and we're interested in making money here. That's a good question, King. Why do I use the MACD and has it worked for me? I do use the MACD just to find out if there's buying pressure or selling pressure coming in. Okay, like in this cryptocurrency, for example, for instance here, you can see that we we topped out. Right, we topped out on this crypto back in like December of 2024, and you can see, like, you know, using the using the RSI, you can see that we were already overbought. We had an RSI like 76, this red number here. You can see that we were overbought on the RSI back in December of 2024 here, and you know that coincides with a lot of green candles here on the MACD. But you can see that we start getting these light green candles as we start selling off, and that shows you here on the price that there's less buying pressure now. There's less buyers and more selling coming in. And then you can see here in January that, you know, now we're getting all these red candles here on the MACD, okay? And, you know, you can use the MACD to kind of figure out, like, you know, when we start getting less red candles here, that probably means that you are bottoming out and possibly trying to go to higher prices here. But you can see that we continue getting these red candles, red candles, red candles, red candles, all the way up until March, the middle of March here on this cryptocurrency. And it wasn't until like the middle of March going into late March here that we start getting green candles on the MACD. So you can see that, yeah, buyers are stepping in and you're starting to get buying pressure on the MACD. MACD is very, it just helps confirm that there's buyers out there, okay? Because like I said earlier, you know, I said that we saw some bullish divergence here using just the price and the RSI. But then the MACD kind of confirms that you are getting bullish divergence, because you can see these green candles are coming in, and that shows that buyers are stepping in. They're actually buying at these prices here. So that's why I use the MACD, just to confirm what the RSI and what the price is telling me. Hopefully that I did a good explanation on that. But yeah, that's why I use the MACD. It helps. Also, stochastic RSI is pretty helpful. But the stochastic RSI goes up and down, up and down, up and down real quick here. You can see that we're kind of getting a little bit overbought on the stochastic RSI. But, you know, stochastic RSI can stay overbought. This thing can continue going to the right and staying high before it drops down again. So stochastic RSI is also another indicator that I use to confirm that, you know, either we're bullish or bearish here. In this case, we're starting to be, we're bullish, but we might be a little bit too bullish right now. And the stochastic RSI might come down temporarily going into like later on this week. And that might just, you know, be because the price is either going sideways or maybe the price starts coming down again. So hopefully that explains the stochastic RSI for you. All right. Let me just move these things down here. I want to look at another cryptocurrency that I put into the title of my YouTube stream here. We'll take a look at AVAX. I know AVAX is having a pretty good day. I think it had a pretty good, it's having a pretty good week so far. AVAX is currently at $22.93. How high is it? It's about up 6.6% today. So a decent day for AVAX, Avalanche here. And Avalanche, you know, it looks like just like all the other altcoins out there, it had a pretty good December, January, not so great. Then February and March were a disaster. Okay, but during that disaster, buyers were stepping in and they were buying up AVAX. Okay, it looks like they started buying in the middle of February all the way to the middle of March here, and that created this bullish divergence, which I've already have plotted out here on the chart. And looks like Avalanche is catching some bids, and I like the fact that Avalanche AVAX is getting above the 21, this white 21 EMA. Okay, maybe instead of this 21 EMA acting as resistance, if this white line can just curve back up again, we can start using that white line as a support line as we climb back up and try to get back to the 200-day moving average, which is that red line, which is sitting at $31.14. And if we can just get back to if we get back to $31 on Avalanche here, you're looking at 37% gain on your crypto here. Okay. So yeah, Avalanche, AVAX, looks like it's already having the bullish divergence. Looks like buyers are already stepping in to buy, and we'll just see if we can use this white line as a area of support here. AVAX is RSI is only at 58, so it still has some room to go before it gets overbought. Once we get to like 70 on the RSI here, that's when you need to be a little bit concerned that it might be topping out. And then you're going to need to see it go sideways to cool down the RSI. All right, let's see. You're saying that the AVAX daily is overbought. On the daily chart here, I'm on the daily chart. RSI is about 58, and it could still go up to like 70 before it's considered overbought. Okay, overbought. If you look at the RSI on TradingView, overbought looks like this. When you get above 70, you see this right here. You get like a little shaded area. That's overbought. Anything above 70, right? Look at this, okay? When AVAX was at like $50, okay, the RSI was at 70, 75. That's overbought right there. Okay. Same thing back over here in December of 2023. You got all this shaded area. Look at that RSI of like 87. That's overbought. Okay. So right now, AVAX is not overbought yet. Okay. So this leads me to believe that we got some more room to run, some more room to go here for the price to go to higher prices and still not be overbought on AVAX. All right. Let's see. Stochastic. All right. Yeah, it might be overbought on the stochastic for AVAX. Yeah, it's overbought on stochastic, but it could stay overbought as we continue to climb higher on the RSI and climb higher on the price. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find an example here where it stayed overbought for a while. Like over here, you know, in December of 2023, it kind of stayed overbought for like a few days here, going into like probably like 10, 12 days. Like all throughout the beginning of December, it was considered overbought on the stochastics. But yeah, I get it, you know. It might be overbought right now. Maybe you might be able to scoop it up at a cheaper price, especially if it comes down to the white line here at like $19.42, that 21 EMA. Maybe you can scoop up some cheaper avalanche at that level. Okay, but yeah, you're right. You're right about the stochastics being overbought. But the thing is that the stochastic it could stay overbought before it comes back down again. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like you might say, yeah, it looks like a double top on the stochastics, but it could actually end up being a triple top. And then what do you do? Right? I'm not sure if you're shorting AVAX, but it could probably continue going up a little bit higher before you could get a better entry on your short. Yeah. Let's see what the VRVP has to say on AVAX. So you got high volume node here at $24, $25. Maybe that's where you can put your short if you're gonna short AVAX, or if you're planning on selling your AVAX, you can probably sell it at $25. Might be a nice area for you to short-term sell this crypto. And then I would try to scoop it up at that blue line here if you can at like $18 or $19 would be a good area to buy AVAX, right? So this thing could either go down about 10% or it could go up 10%. And that's pretty much usually how trades end up being. You can either go up 10% or go down 10%. But usually you don't want to take that big of a loss. So I would wait. If you're going to buy AVAX, I would wait until it comes back down like $20 or $19. I would scoop up some cheap AVAX and then see if it just continues going up to higher prices of like $25 here. You're in a long on Link with A5X leverage. Is that what you got? That's a lot of leverage. I'll take a look at Link now. See if try to see what you're looking at here with that leverage. If you don't mind me asking, what level did you enter at on your AVAX leverage trade there? Looks like point of control on AVAX is at 14. I'm sorry, not AVAX. Chainlink is at $14 right now. Currently, Chainlink is trading at $15.47. RSI at 52. Hey, you got overbought stochastics on your Chainlink right now. But, you know, like I said, stochastic RSIs, they can stay overbought. Like, look at this back here. You had overbought here on Friday, January 17th on the stochastic RSI. But, like, 18, 19, 20, 21. You stayed overbought for, like, 6 days before you started going down on the stochastic RSI for Chainlink here. Yeah. You got 200-day moving average, could be your first take profit level at $17. And then you got some more moving averages here, which could be some take profit areas at like 1870 and 1965. I do see the bullish divergence coming in on Chainlink. So maybe you did catch the bottom here. Yeah, same here. You gotta watch what Bitcoin's doing, because Bitcoin could ruin your trade if Bitcoin decides to go down, even though you got a good setup on your altcoin here, if Bitcoin decides to go down, it's going to bring the rest of the market down with it. Unfortunately, that's just the way things go. All right, let's see. Did I cover the coins that I want to cover? I don't know if I actually talked about. Did I talk about Ripple? I don't think I talked about Ripple. I don't think I talked about Solana. Let's get into Ripple, and then we'll take a look at Solana, and then I think that's going to be it for this live stream here, guys. Let's go ahead and look at it. Ripple. So yeah, Ripple just currently chilling at $2.44, right at the point of control. The point of control is that blue line, sitting at 242. So a lot of investors and traders are currently at break even right now. This point of control is showing that anybody that bought since December 3rd is pretty much at break even right now. So I'm expecting Ripple probably to continue going sideways until it gets an idea. It's like whether it wants to go up or down. But if it does decide to go up, I'm expecting this high volume node here at $3.14 to be the first take profit area. And then if Ripple continues to go higher, we do have this bull flag here, right? This bull flag shows that if Ripple breaks out, we could see about a $5.50 Ripple sometime later on in 2025. So you could possibly still double your money, even with Ripple. Even with the amount of money that's in Ripple, you could probably double if you bought right now. And then the bearish case is if we lose this bull flag and we go below $2 psychological level, you might get some support here on the red line. That red line is a 200 moving average at $1.73, but you also got some support here at $1.45, where we got the VRVP high volume node currently sitting over here. And I think that's pretty much it as far as like the bearish price targets are for Ripple, at least short term wise. All right, we'll take a look at Solana, and then that should be it. So I said a couple of days ago on my Sunday night live stream here that, you know, Solana wanted to get back to $140, and it did. It did that like literally the next day. And we're currently sitting at the $140 level, which happens to be where this high volume and the point of control is at this blue line at $143. So I'm expecting Solana probably to go sideways for a little bit, especially with stochastic RSI being as high as it is right now. And then we'll see if like maybe this white 21 EMA line, if this thing can start curving back up, then maybe Solana can use that as a as basically like a support line as it climbs back up to higher prices. And we want to see Solana get back up to the first high volume node is at $170, and then after that we want to see Solana get up to the 200-day moving average, currently sitting at $183. I think those are your short-term bullish price targets for Solana going into the next few weeks and next months here. Okay. Bearish targets for Solana. If Solana for some reason decides to come back down, you got high volume here at $125. I'd probably put my stop loss at like 120, because if you lose 120, you probably want nothing to do with Solana, and Solana could possibly come down. If I zoom out here some more, let the VRVP reset itself. You got like maybe $110 Solana might be in the next stop, and then $100 psychological level has a lot of volume at it. But then, you know, Solana could easily come down to like 73 bucks, and then you got the point of control at a nasty 58 bucks. So yeah, you do not want to see Solana lose $120, because it could get really nasty out there. Appreciate the gift there, King Louis, and I appreciate you the follow as well. Thanks for for coming on board and giving me these requests here. Alright. I think that's going to be it for this live stream. I appreciate you guys coming out to the live stream. I'm going to go head on out, but be on the lookout for my next live stream. I usually do live streams at like 5 or 6 p.m. East Coast time. So, yeah, be on the lookout for the next one. Okay? Take care, guys.